Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakadash, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and great millstone. Peace, blessings, and honors to all the brothers in this truth. America would be a burnt sacrifice. So when you look in the Old Testament and you look at what a burnt sacrifice is, you have to understand, there was different reasons for a burnt sacrifice, like a sin offering, a trespass offering, um, it's a couple more. There's a lot of different reasons. I can't think of all of them off the top of my head, but America is the which the scriptures call mystery Babylon. The abominations of desolations, the most wickedest place on earth right now, according to what? According to the sins. Here, let me see if I can find it in Revelations. So there has to be a sacrifice for the sins of this place that's reached up into the heavens. And what's going to happen is the whole Americas eventually is going to be a burnt sacrifice layer. Let me look into Revelation 17. Right. Let me look into Revelations 18. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And this is Revelations 18, verse 3. And the kings of the earth had committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth had waxed rich through the abundance of her deliciously. So this, that's obviously talking about America, because the whole world has got rich off America, Everything has advanced technology. Everything has advanced because of this place America when it came into power. That's why it's the number one superpower on earth. It's the number one superpower on earth for a reason. It has the number one economy on the earth for a reason, because it's the one that's running all this. Here's Revelation 17. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and of abominations of the earth. So this mystery Babylon, which we all know is America. If you don't, then you need to read Revelation 17 and 18. It's easy to see that this place is talking about America, but even still with that said, it says, look, mystery Babylon would be the mother of harlots and the abominations of earth. So, of the earth. So that's a lot of sinning that's going to be going on in this place. And there's going to have to be a burnt sacrifice for that. So America's going to become that burnt sacrifice. Here's, Job 20. I'm going to start at verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, God should cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So this is talking about, when it says this is talking about the wicked. So when the wicked of this earth, who runs this earth, and the most wicked of this earth would be the border of wickedness, which is Esau. That's in Malachi 4 and 1. I'm kind of jumping around, but I just want to get a little context on all of this first. Malachi chapter 1. Starting at verse 4. Whereso Edom say, we are in progress, but we shall return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against who the Lord has the indignation for forever. And then when you go in the second address, it says that Esau will be ruling at the end, and then Jacob is the one who follows. So we know Esau is in rulership right now today. So we know who's the number one superpower that's in rulership today. Put two and two together, that shows you that Esau is ruling America. There's other Edomites outside of America, like Russia. Those are Edomites. Those people in the land right now in Israel, those are Edomites from the tribe of Amalek. But the Edomites, we know, that's running the world. America's running the world, and it says Esau will be the one running the world at the end. So we know that America would have to be mystery Babylon, but this isn't about that. This is about America being a burnt sacrifice. Back in Job 20, I'm just going to start back at verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast a fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him why he is eating, right? So right when these wicked elite are finna eat, when they feel like they got the whole one world system down packed and implemented, and most people on the earth has been chipped with the microchip, the mark of the beast, right? 24, the God said the Lord said he gonna catch him slipping, 24. He should flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel should strike him through. What's the iron weapon? If everybody had an educated guess what that iron weapon, something that's iron that's going to make this man flee. Well, I would say a nuke, a missile at the least, rockets, ICBMs, and the bow of steel should strike him through, right? It is drowned and cometh out the body. Yeah, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. So what's a glittering sword? Well, if you look at an ICBM, when it's in the sky, it looks like it's glittering. It has the tail of the fire. It looks like a serpent. It's all the fire sparking. And it's terrors upon him. When it draws and it shoots and it finally, hits its target, what it's going to be? It's going to be complete terror, right? Verse 26, and all darkness shall be hid in his secret place. A fire not blown shall consume him. It should go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. So now we equating fire. So we know ICBM, it looks like a glittering sword because it's a weapon. That's what sword really means, because Esau got blessed with the sword. It's not talking about just a literal sword in today's sense. It's talking about weapons. A fire not blown should consume him, and it should go with him that is left in his tabernacle. Verse 27, the heavens should reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. So, we're seeing his iniquity and all the sins and everything that he's committed, which goes back to Mystery Babylon being a harlot and of abominations, pretty much, 28, the increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of the wicked man from God, and the heritage appointed unto him by God. So that glittering sword, I mean, what type of weapon would you say that would be? And that's why I said America's going to be a burnt sacrifice, because when those nukes, when they get to shooting off and hundreds of thousands of those nukes, because in each warhead you could have multiple nukes in each warhead. You could have 20, you could have 11. Look at Russia, look at their new technology that they just developed. I think it's called Satan 2. With inside the warhead, there's multiple nukes inside there. So yes, there's going to be hundreds of thousands of nukes coming. When they come and they start landing, well, you got the devastation from the impact of it, the creators, the blast, you got the debris, you got the wind that comes from it, the force that pushes everything back and burn everything up. And then after that, you got the what's that called? You got the radiation that goes from it. And then if you got fire, trees are going to catch on fire. What we see in how easy it is for that fire to spread through vegetation and through trees and stuff like that when you look at the California fires. So if a nuke go off and hits California, that fire, people are going to be devastated. There's not going to be people out there to fight the fire like there is now, because everything's going to be destroyed pretty much. And then that fire is just going to go unchecked. And what's going to happen once that fire goes unchecked? It's going to spread and spread and spread. That's why we say the whole entire America is